Data Analytics 0 to Hero, Video 10, Group B and Aggregation. Video 10 of the 30-part series, a deep dive into Group B, the single most important tool for turning raw rows into a real summary. We're continuing with the real, cleaned online retail extract. Let's jump straight in. Running the cell now. Before you start, open a new Jupyter notebook in VS Code and select your Python interpreter as the kernel. Place online_retail_sample.csv in the same folder as this notebook. Running the cell now. Once your kernel is selected, you're ready to go. Let's dive in. The standard import. Loading the real retail sample. Dropping rows without a customer and removing exact duplicates, as we did in video 8. Keeping only genuine sales rows. Adding the derived total price column from video 9. The real, cleaned row count we'll summarize from here. Running the cell now. This output shows the shape of the clean dataset after removing rows with missing customer IDs, duplicates, and non-positive quantities or prices. The 1394 rows and 9 columns indicate we now have a refined dataset ready for analysis, with each transaction having valid customer, quantity, and price data. This confirms the data cleaning step worked as intended before moving on. Group B splits a data frame into groups based on a column's values. Nothing happens until you tell it what to compute per group. Part 1. Basic Group B. Running the cell now. Grouping the real data by country creates a special Group B object, not a data frame yet. Its type reflects that, a data frame group by, waiting for an aggregation. Selecting one column and calling sum computes the real total revenue per country in one line. Running the cell now. This output shows the result of grouping the data frame by a country and then summing the total price for each group. Notice the output's shape. It's a series indexed by country names, with aggregated totals that give insight into sales distribution across countries. This demonstrates how Group B can be used to quickly summarize data by categories, emphasizing its utility in aggregation tasks. Chaining Group B, a column, sum, and sort_values in one line ranks real countries by total revenue, highest first. The top 5 real countries by revenue in this sample. Running the cell now. This output shows the total revenue generated by each country, sorted from highest to lowest, demonstrating how Group B can aggregate data by categories. Notice the United Kingdom leads by a large margin, highlighting key contributors in just a few rows. The intent here is to practice grouping and summing values to reveal trends or insights within group data. Agg compute several statistics per group at once, instead of one call per function. Part 2. Multiple aggregations with Agg. Running the cell now. Passing a list of function names to Agg computes all 3 per real country in a single call, total, average, and transaction count. Printing the real result for the first 5 countries. Running the cell now. This output shows the total, average, and count of orders grouped by country, demonstrating how the Agg method enables multiple aggregations in one step. Notice the different summary statistics for each country, such as France having a high total and mean total price, while the Netherlands average is high despite fewer orders. This illustrates how Agg helps quickly compare multiple metrics across groups in a concise data frame. Named aggregation, each keyword becomes the new output column name, paired with a tuple of the source column and the function to apply. Total revenue per real country. Average order value. Unique counts distinct real invoice numbers, giving the true number of separate orders, not rows. Sorting the named result by total revenue, highest first. Running the cell now. This output shows how the Agg function allows us to apply multiple aggregate calculations at once, here giving total revenue, average order value, and number of unique orders per country. Notice how the data is sorted by total_revenue, highlighting that the United Kingdom dominates sales volume and order frequency, while other countries have fewer orders but sometimes higher average order values. This demonstrates the power of AG to summarize multiple key metrics in one group data frame for clearer business insights. Passing a list of column names groups by every combination of their values, producing a multilevel result. Part 3. Grouping by multiple columns. Running the cell now. Converting the real date column to a proper date time. To underscore period, M collapses each real date down to just its year and month. Grouping by both month and country together produces one real total per unique combination. The first 6 real month-country combinations, shown with a multilevel index. Running the cell now. This output shows the total sales revenue, total price, aggregated by both month and country, illustrating how to group data by multiple columns. Notice the hierarchical index with month and country, which allows us to see monthly totals broken down by country, aligning with the lesson's goal of multidimensional grouping for more detailed analysis. Unstack pivots the inner index level, country, out into columns, turning the multilevel result into a proper wide table. Filner then covers any real month-country combination with no sales, and round tidies the display. Running the cell now. This output shows the monthly totals grouped by both month and country, with missing values filled with zeros and rounded for clarity. Notice how the data is organized with months as rows and countries as columns, making it easy to compare values across countries for the same month. This demonstrates the power of grouping by multiple columns and reshaping the result with unstack to produce a clear, tabular summary. Unlike AG, which collapses each group to one row, Transform returns a result the same length as the original data, aligned back to every row's group. Part 4. Transform. Running the cell now. Transform computes the real average total price per country, but broadcasts it back to every original row, instead of collapsing to one row per country. Each real row now carries its own value alongside its country's real average, ready for a row-by-row comparison. Running the cell now. This output shows how the transform function adds a new column, country average order, containing the average total price for each country, repeated alongside each individual order. Notice that all rows for United Kingdom share the same average value, demonstrating how transform preserves the original data frame shape while applying group-level calculations. This is useful for comparing individual orders to their group mean directly within the data frame. Comparing each real row's own total against its country's average, made possible because transform kept the same row count. Tallying how many real transactions beat their own country's average order value. Running the cell now. This output shows the count of orders where the total price is above the average order value for that country. Notice there are significantly more false values, 1069, than true, 325, meaning most orders fall below the country average. This confirms the code's intent to create a new Boolean column that identifies higher than average orders, illustrating how to transform data by comparing columns directly. Pivot_table is GroupBy's spreadsheet-style cousin, reshaping data into a grid directly. Crosstab is a shortcut built specifically for counting combinations. Part 5. Pivot_table and Crosstab. Running the cell now. Pivot_table takes a values column to summarize, an index for rows, and columns to spread across the top. Here, real monthly revenue broken out by country, with fill_value covering any empty combination with 0 instead of leaving it blank. Printing the real pivoted totals, rounded for a cleaner display. Running the cell now. This pivot table summarizes the total sales, total price, by month and country, showing a clear, organized view of revenue distribution. Notice the single month index, 2010 to 12, with columns for each country, highlighting the sum of sales per country, which demonstrates how pivot_table aggregates and reshapes data efficiently. This output helps us quickly compare total sales across countries in the specified month, fulfilling the goal of summarizing and analyzing multidimensional data. Grabbing just the top for real countries by revenue, to keep the table readable. filtering the real data down to only those countries. CrawStab counts how many real rows fall into each country-month combination, no values column needed, just counts. Printing the real cross-tabulated counts. Running the cell now. This CrawStab shows the count of transactions in December 2010 for the top 4 countries by revenue, highlighting how many entries each country has that month. Notice the large difference in counts, with the United Kingdom far exceeding others, which reflects its dominant contribution to sales. This demonstrates how PD CrawStab can summarize and compare categorical data distributions across multiple groups. We covered a lot, so let's recap. Wrap up what you learned. GroupBy splits data into groups, nothing computes until you aggregate. Multiple aggregations at once with AG, including named aggregation for clean output columns. Grouping by multiple columns, and reshaping the multi-level result with unstack. Transform, for broadcasting a group statistic back to every original row. Pivot_table and CrawStab, for spreadsheet-style summaries and combination counts. All of it run against the same real, cleaned retail data. Video 11 covers merging, joining, and reshaping, combining multiple real tables together, which is exactly what most real analyzers actually require. Subscribe so it lands automatically. See you there. Running the cell now.